can go kind of into where we are. We'll go over the Dodgers and Mets right now.
Heck yeah.
They are now tied 1-1. They literally just ended. Both kind of lopsided-y games. Game 1, Dodgers dominated.
Just showed out. I think Nick said it in the beginning, that jet lag.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just tough. 3 hours.
Yeah, that's going to be a layup.
Yeah.
And then today they were going to answer back. You had to know that they were going to answer back. This team is too hot. They're still hot.
And today, Manaea had a really good game, but today was a bullpen game for the Dodgers. They're pitching, again, still all over the place. I think Yamamoto will go next game. But again, he's only going to go probably max 5. I don't know what Dave Roberts has his limited at. And I mean, there has been rumors. I don't think it will happen that Ohtani could pitch. I mean, obviously, I think if
Ohtani pitches, I want him. I don't want him to go over like a couple innings. He shouldn't go for like 20 pitches.
I don't.
But I don't
has
think he
he
should.
even been? Has he even been doing that?
He's done bullpen, but nothing crazy. But I think if it was like the World Series game 7, you have
like in the 14th inning,
you got to strike out Soto,
somebody.
Judge, and Stanton or whatever. Then it's like you might throw him in there. But I don't think you'll see him. But there is the rumors that, like, what if? I don't think you'll happen.
I don't think they do it.
I don't think
And so it kind of honestly looks like the Dodgers might run a 2-man rotation for a while with.
But Flaherty's been good.
That's what I mean. That's who it is. Yeah. Flaherty and Yamamoto, and then bullpen.
Well, they're not. They got lucky they beat the Padres with the bullpen game, but that's not something
Josh
you can
Bell
run.
plays the outfield.
For a while.
Sorry.
No, that's a different guy.
Oh, that's not Josh Bell. Okay, it's like, isn't Josh Bell on the Indians or on the Guardians?
Move if he played in the outfield.
He was a big fella out
there. He's a first baseman.
I thought he was a DH. But anyway, sorry. I'm watching the game, and are you sure this
is Noel?
What is his name?
It's Big Christmas. Joyneski Noel or something like that.
Oh, he's young.
He's a
Christmas.
Big. He's a
big boy.
Man.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, that is a body. Anyway.
He reminds me of Franmil Reyes. I don't know why that name comes to mind, but
Franmil is a great pull. He's a guy I could not remember his name for so long.
That's funny.
Because that just, oh my God, Sam, you just unlocked so many memories and so many times of like, there's this guy, I can't remember his name. That was the name.
Funny.
But he's their new Franmil Reyes.
Yeah.
He chooched out someone at second base. I think it was the last round.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. I know who you're talking. I remember it now. That's a good play by that second baseman. And whoever outran, he should never run.
That was Verdugo.
Verdugo should have never ran over the base. You never know if that was
definitely close. Yeah.
Well, it was close, but if his foot lifted or something dumb. So anyway, back to the West Coast. The Mets just looked good today. I mean, again, Vientos is batting already 387 in the series. Like, he looks good. Lindor's been super sorry. He did have 4 RBIs. I believe it was a grand slam.
Yes, he did.
Everyone I mean, both these teams are just good. Obviously, like we've said, the Dodgers are just banged up.
Well, the thing about the Dodgers,
like Freddie Freeman's still like wobbling around,
but not there.
No, and he honestly, it might be better for them not to play him. And I think it was Gavin Lux. I think was playing first.
Max
Muncy was playing first.
Didn't he? I thought he had
RBI double. Either yesterday.
He did. He's batting 273. He went 0 for 5 today. But it's just his move. It's more defense. If he was DHing, I think I'd be fine with it. But the fact that obviously you can't not DH Ohtani, like Ohtani has to play the game.
Every game.
I just feel like
not
he's
related at all.
Huh?
And it's terrible to. It's not related at all, but it is, and it's terrible to say. I just don't think that Freddie's head is completely still
fair.
there
with his kid and stuff.
With not even that. I mean that, yes, but also his heart's not in Dodger blue.
Yeah,
his heart is
a Brave.
He wanted to be Atlanta.
He's a Brave.
Yeah,
that's
with
fair.
everything that happened with his manager and everything. Like, don't get me wrong, the guy's a killer, and like he's gonna try his hardest, and he is playing hurt. And don't get me wrong, like he is, he's a beast. He's an MVP. He's one of my favorite players. Like,
yeah, he's a star.
But I just don't think he doesn't seem to be the same Freddie Freeman that he used to be.
That's fair.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously
he's
from. No, I agree. I think he's from LA. I think he moved home to be closer to family. And
well, no, Scott Boras screwed him.
He also convinced him.
Scott Boras. So.
Yeah, it was.
He convinced himself that was okay and that's what he wanted. But I think that he also thought that he didn't have any other offer.
That's very fair. I mean, I don't know. It'd be interesting to actually try to after he retires to see, because obviously he's not going to say that right now.
I thought there was something that was outspoken about it.
He has, because he had the offer from the Braves, and then he didn't know about it because Boras didn't tell him, and then he took the offer with the Dodgers, found out about the Braves, dropped Boras, and got a new agent. and was not happy at all.
Yeah, so. I've heard that. It would be interesting to see what he did. Obviously, hindsight's 2020. It's hard to really. I mean, if he looked at,
he would have won a World Series with the Braves. That's what I mean.
He did win a World Series with the Braves.
He did, and then left.
He would have won 2. Yeah.
He could have won more. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know what that. I mean, like I said, you can say what. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to know because Freddie
you're not there.
He still could have looked at it and been like, that. It was $20 million left. I'm still going to. It's hard to know. Obviously, I do agree with you. I think there was this level of comfortability. He really liked Atlanta. He was Atlanta for whatever it was, 10 years he was there. But yeah, he looks like he's struggling. I know he's batting 273, but his foot is limiting him at first. You can't DH him, but you want him in the game.
Yeah, I think the one thing with the Dodgers too that's important is how good their trade deadline was. Because if they didn't add guys like Kopech, Edman, and Flaherty, they're probably not in this round.
They literally don't have.
Because Kopech has been dominant out of the bullpen. Yeah. Flaherty, obviously, is probably your best starter right now. Most consistent for sure. Tommy Edman's been a 100%. Great defensive player. He's fine offensively, but I mean,
batting 333.
He had an RBI double today, or 2 RBI.
So he's been huge.
He's been good. He's been a great pick.
But if they don't make those moves, with their injuries, I don't know what we'd see from them.
You're 100% right.
And I don't know what their contracts 100%. All look like with Edman and stuff, but like they also have players like Chris Taylor, who yes has been good in the past. He's not been very good lately, but like
they can move people around. 100%. That's what's nice.
He's going to be a trade piece. He has a bigger contract, so you can try to they have so many options and stuff going forward. Obviously, they seem to take these players like I always remember Jason Hayward, who was like.
Yeah, resurrect their career for 2 years.
They just make them really good for 2 years, and then they leave, and they get a bunch of money, and then I don't even know where he is now.
He was on
a free agent.
Astros, actually.
He is on the Astros. Yeah. That's where it was. And it's interesting to see what they do. But, again, it's two just kind of powerhouse teams with a lot of names that are, big names, big bodies, big personalities, a lot of payroll. It's going to be an interesting series. But, I think the Mets being able to steal today is going to be a lot bigger than people might expect. Obviously, I think everyone goes, if you can steal one, then it makes it yeah, it does. But like Nick's saying, you're going across the country. It's not the fact that like Cleveland and New York are, I don't know, a couple hour flight away. It's not
hours,
yeah, it's not. And you're changing. Is it? Yeah. I think the time zone's only 1 hour.
Yeah,
it's not very different. So the New York LA is a huge difference. So it'll be interesting to see kind of going forward.
It might not even be an hour.
It might
not.
Is it? I would think it's an hour, but it might. If anything, it's a maximum of an hour.
No, it's the same because it's 8:30 there, so it's the same time.
In Cleveland.
Yeah, and I know New York's the same,
New York's 3. But yeah, and so it'll be interesting. Obviously, we're watching live the New York Cleveland game. It is 0-0. The Yankees have definitely missed about 26 opportunities so far to score a run. But that's their own problem.
What do you expect?
Well, I expect them to score a couple runs. But it's funny because they have, is it Alex Cobb?
Yep.
How 37-year-old? Come on, you guys. He's 37.
It's just, our bats stink. It's the playoffs. But Cobb is also one of those guys. He's a vet. Like he's a vet.
He knows what to do. He'll be smart about it.
Yeah. He didn't pitch well in his last outing, and I think he's going to bounce back. Like I think that's fair.
Yeah,
but
I agree. I think he'll be fine.
We should get to him hopefully here soon. And Rodon's kind of matched him. That should have been the end of the inning there, but he'll get out of this, sure.
Yeah, hopefully. It's going to be it's an interesting series again because the Cleveland is definitely built more. I mean, both teams are built offensively like heavy, much more than they are pitching wise. But it is interesting because the Guardians have a very, very good bullpen. The Yankees this regular season was kind of in the middle.
But they've turned it on like we just talked about with Luke Weaver and Clay Holmes. They've just been good.
Their pitching's been good. Obviously, they have Rodon going today, who's, again, this regular season not been that good. He's 3 innings of
scoreless,
two hit baseball or something like that. Yeah, 2 hit right now. So it'll be interesting. It's just they're two weird teams.
Well, Garrett Cole's going to be
he's going to be a big one.
That's going to be your answer.
Cole, Heel, and the bats. That's it.
And that's the biggest question, I think. Which is funny to say now. The biggest question for the Yankees is the bats. I mean,
which is wild.
You're going to get what you get out of Juan Soto. He's like guaranteed. I think Stanton will be
better.
It'll be hard. I mean, he can't get much better when he's been playing, but I don't know if he'll keep that same pace up just due to his history. But like Judge, Wells, Jazz, they've just not been good. Like they've just not been good, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and then on the flip side, Steven Kwan's hitting over 500.
he's hitting, right now he's hitting 478, which is unbelievable. Dude just doesn't get out. But again, the same type of thing is like Ramirez hasn't been good. Josh Naylor hasn't been good. Fry has been, he's been fine. But like the big names have not, batting wise, have not done anything.
Sure.
So it'll be interesting. Like we said, only the Yankees have going. Who do you think, Sam?
Honestly, dude,
Let's go West Coast first. The Mets, Dodgers, who do you have and why? It's 1-1 now.
So Mets, Dodgers, honestly, the Dodgers are just so, I can't decide. The Dodgers are so loaded. That's the thing, is if their pitching comes through, their offense has been good enough. I mean, plain and simple. But the Mets are just so hot, and I think their pitching is better. I think you have Manaya. Oh, why am I spacing right now? Senga's. But the other one, it's Luis Severino's not been pitching, but there's another one. Why am I? Who are the Mets starters?
It is Severino.
It is Severino's been playing.
There's one more.
Peterson?
No,
or
I feel like there's one more. Anyways, I think their starting pitching has just been really good. But if I have to pick,
Quintana?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Quintana. That's what I was thinking of. I feel like I'm going with the Mets, dude. I mean, I think Lindor's been super hot. Vientos is picking it up. If they can continue to run and their pitching has been what they needed to do. They've done really well. I think the Mets have a chance to take it, which is going to upset a lot of people because a lot of Dodgers fans out there. But
that's fair. Nick,
I think the Nets have it.
Nick, who do you think?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think my backup fantasy prediction from the season might happen.
Yeah.
We might have a Subway Series rematch.
Gross.
I think everything that Sam said is 100% true. I agree with, I should say. I do see the same issues with both teams.
Yeah.
It's just who's a little bit deeper. I just think the Mets are slightly deeper, being with the injuries and everything that the Dodgers have had. And it's going to be very interesting. And I would say this, I can't, obviously, that's tied at 1 apiece. This is just game 1 here.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's going to happen in the American League. But as for the National League, I think the Mets, they could be doing it here.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers, uninjured and full health, honestly take this series by storm.
And
because
I don't know if I said it, but I believe I did. Yeah, I don't remember if I said it, but I think I did. I thought that the winner of the
Mets and Phillies.
Was gonna probably end up.
Goodness.
Was probably gonna end up going far, just because I thought that they were, the NL East was just battle tested.
We'll give you a second here. We're just gonna wait. You'll see why we're.
It's 2-1.
There's something you're gonna want to watch in like a couple minutes.
It's raining here in Seattle, guys. Yeah. It's another one of these type of days here. It's just gloomy.
There we go.
It's just gloomy. Juan Soto did something, guys. Oh, he hit a home run. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the only player that's playing for the Yankees right now. I agree with you guys, but I can't give you all East Coast love. I'm gonna take the Dodgers basically just because I have to have a West Coast team.
Fair.
I don't want a Subway Series. I think the Dodgers are good enough.
Dude,
with
they're
their
plenty
injury,
good enough, but it's just their injuries that makes me nervous.
With their injuries, I think when they'll get Yamamoto and they'll get Flaherty. When they have starting pitching, they are a totally different team.
Oh, yeah.
I think I want to say every single one of their bullpen games they've lost. So I think
they beat the Padres in bullpen game.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
They beat them. Oh yeah, well that Padres fell apart. That's right. And so I just think that the Dodgers are just Dave Roberts. You have just so much experience. You have so much just star power. I mean, again, it's like Freddie Freeman. Yeah, he won a World Series. Mookie Betts, he won a World Series. Like these guys,
up and down that lineup.
And then Ohtani, I think there's nothing more in life he like genuinely wants. Like he took a massive pay cut, obviously, to come here for the couple of years that he's doing. It cashes in later.
He deferred.
But I'm saying
$68 million.
Yeah. But that's my point. Is like he could have gone anywhere else and just taken everyone's money.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say he's like the Tom Brady where he's never the highest paid player. He's taking pay, but he kind of is because he knows he's going to get that money later to build a superstar team, which they literally have. Yeah. I do agree, though. I think the Mets are on fire. I think taking a game is going to be huge, especially going back to New York. But I'm gonna go against the grain here and just tell you guys I think the Dodgers are gonna sneak it out, and I think it's going to be the Dodgers versus someone. And we'll go to Sam for that. Sam, Yankees, Cleveland. Obviously, Yankees are now up 1-0. Early still, bottom 3, so don't get too excited for anything. But
I mean, not even because of my bracket, but I think I got to ride with the Yankees. I just think with Garrett Cole, and if Rodon is somewhat there, that bullpen's good enough. It's
sure.
I mean, obviously
they've been good enough this postseason so far. Yeah,
good enough. Their offense has so much potential, but Judge really needs to show up. If Judge shows up, that Soto, Jazz could do something. I mean, Rizzo could turn it on. He's won a World Series. He's been there before, but I think it's just on Judge's shoulders.
Wells has been like meh.
Yeah.
Judge gotta wake up.
Seriously,
Soto,
I think if he doesn't,
is.
I think
Jazz
they lose. But
yeah, Jazz got to do a little bit more. Verdugo did a little bit there in the beginning against the Royals. He kind of has fallen asleep again. So I'm going to agree with Sam again. I'm staying with my Yankees. I'm not going to go against them here, obviously. But
yeah, you shouldn't. I agree with that.
Offense just needs to kind of wake up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said at the beginning of when we kind of picked our who's our most important players from a lot of the teams. I want to say me and Phil did talk about the Yankees and Judge being he
needs to show up.
He has to prove himself. I said the same thing about Ohtani. I was like, Ohtani has to prove himself. He's never been to the playoffs. We know that he's a regular season superstar. What can he do in the playoffs? He's been very good in the playoffs so far, but it's like
good.
You got it. And it's just tricky because Aaron Judge is he literally, I don't know how many playoff runs he's been. What is this? His second or third?
No,
he's been almost every year since he's been up.
It's been like his fourth or
he's done nothing. He's been terrible. No. I don't know what his actual
They only missed it once. I think.
That's that's right.
He's been super good.
He's only missed the
and so it's he just has to step up. I think I agree with you guys. Obviously, hindsight is kind of dumb, but it's yes, if Judge can hit 250 with a couple home runs, they're like a totally different ball club.
Yeah,
it's completely different. But I just think. To me, and I'm not going against it because I just don't like the Yankees. I just don't think they're going to turn it on. I think that's the problem. I just think the Guardians are going to just have enough firepower, and they're kind of no-name guys that we haven't really paid attention to a lot this season are going to just light it up, and that's going to give the pressure off of Jose Ramirez to just kind of do his thing. And I'm just going to ride with Cleveland. I think Cleveland's going to be that sneaky team. We did talk about it, kind of that Cleveland,
Taylor Swift,
that Cleveland Detroit series. A lot of times we're both that's kind of a lot of teams' dark horse. And I think that there's still a dark horse.
I do really like Stephen Vogt. I picked him to win the Manager of the Year, and I think he's going to.
He should, 100%.
I do really like that, how well that team is managed. I mean, up and down the roster. So,
and I've said a little bit ago earlier, defense wins championships, and Cleveland might have the best bullpen in baseball. Obviously, regular season, but they definitely have the best closer in baseball by about a mile. I think if they need him, that's just again, you can put Soto, Judge, and Stanton, and I'm still probably taking Clase against them three, just because he's been that good. So I'm going to ride with Cleveland just to go against the grain, kind of against both of you guys, make it a little different. I don't want a Subway Series at all. I really don't. One, because that screws up our timing, because that means every game is going to be at 7, which means it's going to be at 4, and I barely get off work, so I don't want to be able to watch it, which is just stupid. So I don't want to do that.
I'm sorry, Kellen. I love you and everything, but I don't want to have to stay up until 10 o'clock to watch it.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to have to stay up until 10 o'clock to watch the Yankees-Dodgers series.
Yeah, but you would.
As that would be.
Yeah, you would.
You know you would.
You would stay up till 12:30 to watch it.
I know I would. I'd just be up until however late it is.
2.
Yeah, I agree. To me, I think my biggest thing is I love small markets. Cleveland is a small market team. I would love to see them in it again. I really don't want a Yankees-Dodgers just because I just know the
money
headlines.
Series.
It's not even the money series. It's just the headlines. If it's a Subway Series, it's not. I think the biggest
history would be really cool.
It is big, but I think the biggest you could get is a Dodgers Yankees, and I don't want. That's just I really don't.
There's gonna be so much bandwagon if it's.
I think the Guardians now have the longest standing record without winning the championship since
I think they do. It's since the 30s.
Because it was them and the Cubs in their World Series. One of the two were gonna break a long ass.
I think you're right.
Long asterisk streak, but
I think you're right. I want to say that they are. they're like they won it like in the
They're
30s.
50 something years. Yeah.
Mariners will break the record. Don't worry.
I honestly don't
wanna
think
say
the
it was
Mariners
like the
can
60s
because
maybe.
we're only like from
The
so
77, 71.
So Cleveland's last title was 48. So right now there's 75 years. The
Wild. Yeah.
The Cubs were 107. The Red Sox were 86. The White Sox were 85. Those ended in 04 and 05. The Mariners are at 47. So if Cleveland wins, then I think we might be the longest one. But I don't know.
Yes.
We still got something.
think they were saying all
We
of
still got
sports,
something.
though.
Don't worry.
Hey, we
No,
got a
never
record.
mind. The Brewers / the Pilots, which is / the
Yeah, it is the
Seattle
Mariners.
Pilots. So that is
Yeah.
the Mariners. They're at 55, no title.
You're welcome,
Padres
Brewers.
55, and
It's your
then
own
the
fault
Mariners.
for taking the Seattle
So
team.
so there's the Guardians, Brewers, and Padres are all in front of the Mariners right now. And of course, the picture on MLB Network is the 116 win season. Thank you so much, MLB Network.
thorn in our side.
So nice to you. Anyway, all right. Well, that's what we got for baseball. Obviously, Nick, glad you were safe through the hurricane. First off, always good to talk to you about kind of everything going on. Enjoy your night. It looks like you guys are maybe going to score another run, but it's or I don't know who's batting, so I'd probably say probably not. I think it's Wells. No, it's Chisholm. So you're definitely double play here comes. So I wouldn't be too excited, but again, always good to talk to you. We will talk to you about baseball next week, and
Yep.
we'll see. We might have a World Series by then. We might not.
We'll find out.
It's crazy to say it that way, but yeah.
Could happen.
That could happen.
We could be on World Series Game 1 by the next time we talk. So we will chat with you. We will chat with you next week. Uh-oh. Hang on. Never mind.
Sounds good,
Boring.
guys.
Oh my gosh,
Thanks
what are
for
we
spoiling
doing,
it for
Quan? Oh, get
I know
it.
something's happened to this
Safe.
at bat.
Judge is huge.
This pitch?
Did Jay he's 6'7", dude.
Yeah, I know but it's just like when you see him next to someone, you just go, geez, he's bigger than I think.
He's a linebacker.
Yeah, he's an NBA power forward. All right, Nick, good to talk to you. We will chat with you next week.
Yep.
Hey, boys.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Kind of Athletic podcast. Please like and subscribe to all our social media platforms and make sure to come back to hear more from the Kind of Athletic podcast.